Natasha Makes. You have to excuse me. Hey, Gemma.
Good morning.
Gemma's here. Good morning, everybody. This is today's make. We're not going to stress about the fact I haven't finished it yet, because I've not been here, have I?
To be fair, you finished it twice before. This is Mark 3.
I have. Do you know what? For something that
You have done it before.
I have planned in my head for so long, and then when I came to make it, I made all the mistakes, and I was like, oh no, that's not great. And I could have let it slide. I could have, and we could have had something that was, you know, okay. But that's not how we roll here, is it?
No.
We don't do just okay. We do.
No.
Let's just get it right. That's what we do. So we just bear with me while I just get it right. So I haven't been here, and there is a reason for that, which I will get into in a little bit, because I've had that. I haven't told Gemma anything about it. She knows nothing.
I know nothing.
Oh, hang on. I've had a. That's where my bobbin ran out. Just found out where it ran out. Good. We'll just sew that back together. Do you know what? I've had a morning that would normally send me stratospheric with stress. We were late. We were 5 minutes late leaving the house this morning because I got back at ridiculous o'clock last night. I finished my course and then I drove back home from Glasgow. Got in late. Got up this morning to do my make. Third attempt now. When does it ever take me 3 attempts on the morning?
Never.
Like, just never.
Bless you.
Get the kids into school, go the first way to school, and they've shut the road. I haven't been here for a week, so I haven't seen all the warning signs that the road's going to be shut. Okay, go round to the next road, and a lorry's got itself jammed under the railroad bridge, and the police are there like, okay, right, let's try another way. Third attempt. And then the traffic to Freddie's school was backed right the way up the hill. Took me ages to get him into school, so I'm ringing all the schools going, we're just going to be late. Soz, we're just going to be late. Nothing we can do about it. So, then Emily and I were forced to have a car disco instead, like car karaoke, because what are you going to do? We got stuck behind the bin men on the main road, and all the cars were coming in the opposite direction, so we couldn't overtake them, so we just sat there and followed the bins all the way around the countryside. And normally, Gemalala, it would be fair to say, a slight gibbering wreck.
Yeah.
But you'll notice, I am not.
No, you're all good.
I know, right? Do you know why?
I'm sorry, I had a protesting dachshund in the background, so I had to mute myself for a moment. Why is that, Natasha? Why are you so zen this morning?
Why am I zen? Because yesterday I was hypnotised to take away all the stress and anxiety.
Marvellous.
I know! I was like, this is never going to work, surely. Bearing in mind that I've spent, like, the last however long. So I haven't told you something. I've got a little secret that I've been keeping from you lot that goes back for, nearly a year now. I've been studying to become a hypnotherapist. I've wanted to do it for years and years and years and years and years and years and years. And then these courses came up. So I've just been studying, do the next course, do the next one. And then the opportunity to actually study with the guy I've been learning under, actually in the flesh, came up. So I grabbed it with both hands. It was like a military operation trying to replace me in my life for basically 6 days. And it's taken 3 other people to be me.
It's part of do you know what, that's actually part of the process, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's relinquishing control.
Yeah, just going, here you go. So, you know, the military operation of how the kids are going to get to school, who's going to cook their dinners, where they're going to be. And do you know what? We only dropped a couple of balls. So Emily was only not picked up once. Whoops. Well, she was picked up just a bit late. And I think that was about it. I think that was the only thing that kind of wobbled a bit. Yeah, it's not bad, is it?
It's all right.
Everyone's
been out the win, won't we?
Everyone's been fed. Everyone's healthy. Everyone's okay. Yeah, we're all good.
Yeah.
So
Amazing.
I've just watched over the last few days the most incredible things happening. It's like magic. It really is. And what I've come to learn, like the type of hypno that I've been learning, we're not talking low stage hypno, although that is the basis, the initial starting point of it, with how, getting people into a trance. But it's this guy, Ali Campbell, that I've been working with. In fact, I don't know if you ever saw a documentary, a BBC documentary about him. And about, no. I think it's Can Hypno Change My Life or something like that it was called.
Oh, okay.
I think it's on Gaia now. And but it's now also trending in the Ukraine, which is quite interesting because of all the trauma that they can kind of get rid of, which is, quite interesting. So so that's where I've been. And this guy's just, he is phenomenal. I knew he was. Oh, I haven't left a turning through gap, have I? Hang on, I've just got to undo my zip. Bear with me while I wiggle and jiggle and wiggle. Am I wiggling it the right way? Ooh, just a little bit. Can I open it that way? So I'm going to write in the instructions to open your. There we go. Turn through. Here we go. Yeah, so it has been incredible. I watched a lady who she was on the course, she had suffered with fibromyalgia for 20 years, and those of you that have got fibro know that pain. He just took it away. He just took it away. She spent all week like braced, sitting upright, braced. And 2 hours after he'd done a session with her, she's there just like flopped and lounging everywhere going, doesn't hurt. She's like, my brain keeps scanning my body for pain and it's not there. And that's not normal hypnosis. When Ali's mum was diagnosed with cancer, he spent a lot of time working with the doctors and doing all this very, very special type of stuff so that you can take pain down an awful lot, because they reckon in all the studies that have been done, they reckon that nearly half of the actual pain is attributed to the mental side of things.
Yeah.
So if you could turn people's pain down by a half, that'd be quite cool, right?
I
think
for
so.
Sure.
Yeah. So that should have had a little stitch up there, but I forgot that. But this is what we're doing today. So today we are working with plaid as a kind of a nod to having been in Scotland for a few days, having loved to have got some Scottish friends and all that business. It's been lovely. Learnt a new skill, got my qualification finally after a year or so of studying, and so we're going to make a little plaid pouch, which is the thing today. Do you want to see that on a different thing? Now, some of you knew that I was doing it. My members knew I was doing it, and it was just really interesting to hear people's experience of it. It's magic. It's just magic, and because with that, Ali works in quite a new. Oh, hang on a minute. What's gone on? Whee! There we go. This is today's bag, but what I have got to go on it is one of these, because I thought what would be really nice, and I'll do this with like the proper one when we do our proper make, is to pop on a little D-ring on the end there. You've seen these, haven't you? We've got these on the website.
Be a nice little addition, won't it?
Well, do you know what it will? Let me show you. You even get the tool. You even get the little screwdriver for these. But I just thought you can do that. And then, with what you've got left over, you could then, if you wanted to, do yourself a little wristlet. We will cover this. Okay, so what are we getting today, apart from an awful lot of chat about my life? Because I'm really excited to share it with you. What I've been up to, because I haven't just been at home. I've been out doing stuff. So you've got a pocket on the front, and then you have got a nice waxed interior there. Only it's not wax, it's a technical fabric today. We are using a technical fabric, which is rather fabulous. Do you want to see today's kit? Because it is a cracker. Yay! You know us. We like to bring you something a little bit different. We like to bring it to you at a great price. And then we like to bring it to you with a project that you're going to enjoy. So today's kit is a 1/2 metre of this. It's the tumbled, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, so this is...
Can you hear Gemma? Right?
Yeah, like I say, technical fabric, so it's not got a waxy feel to it. It's 100% cotton. It's a graphite 6 tumbled technical fabric in black.
It's a little bit like the Rainford twill that we had. It's perfect for linings. But this is, if you've got like a North Face, you know the North Face technical fabric coats that are really waterproof. Oh, come on, focus. There we go. It's that type of thing. But it's perfect for wash bags. Absolutely blinking perfect. So we're going to do that now. Now. You are going to get pre-cut strips of your plaid. They are already cut to 20 inches, okay? They're all here. Here they all are. They're brushed cotton one side. So you've got lots of variety here. You might want to cut them into squares when you see that we're using quilter's grid for it. And do them that way. Like do a proper like quilty thing. So you're getting plenty. I've had to only dip into a second round of stuff because I've had to make this will now be my 4th time making it this morning. So, you know. La, 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 la. It's all good, right? We'll get there. We'll get there in the end. It'll be fine. So I may or may not have enough in here. They're nice though, aren't they? You've got quite a lot of variety in here.
Lovely.
It's good. It's good. I might just use up my scraps. Use up my scrappy bits that I've got left and do a proper variety and do it nice and bright. We've put the black in so that it goes with all of it. Absolutely all of it. Quilter's grid. Oh, and if you want a zip, I've lost track of what zips you guys have got now, but let's have a look at these. I got these because I thought they were perfect for today's make. So for those of you that got the blue ones or the multicoloured ones, this is the bundle for your waxes. So you can see you've got, it doesn't come all neatly rolled up by the way, it comes in a bit of a bird's nest, but you can then sort it out if you want. It's just how it comes, I think, because it's just easier for everybody. It's not us cutting these. It allows you to
pack and flatter, doesn't it? The minute you're rolling, it becomes more 3D.
It does, and then you've got to pay more for your postage. So we have got in there, we've got white, we've got an off-whitey taupey colour, we've got a brown, we have got another brown. Again, these just work with the waxes, and I thought, you know, we haven't bought you a bundle for waxes for a very long time. You've got this lovely green. Oh, I wish I would stop doing that. Stop it. And then you've got a navy, a grey and a black. This is a really useful one. They're not the sexiest of colours, but if you're working with your waxes and stuff, they are absolutely what you need. Like properly what you need.
They're essential neutrals, aren't they?
They really are. You know, they absolutely are. So, essential neutrals, get them in your life. And then somewhere, here, zip pulls and the little metal ends, the little tab ends, if you want to whack those in with a hammer, then you can. You know, so whenever we have anything that needs to go back in a box, it's generally Gemma or Jane that do it.
Yeah, it's my job, didn't it? And Jane's.
Because you'll see.
You've got to hope when Sally gets in that she's good at that.
Otherwise it will just have like the boob squeeze, like a lot of the bags do, to get them flat, to get them sent to you. That is perfect. If you do not have zips, you can just use a black zip. If you don't want the expense of that, then we've got actually the beige zip by the meter would also be perfect. We've got black zip by the meter. You choose. You choose what is going to work best for you. You know your stash, right?
You do.
know. I don't have to tell
You
you what's
also
in your
know
stash.
that when you go to make something, there are various things that you go, oh, I haven't got any of that. So now is your opportunity to prevent future sighing.
Future crossness with yourself. I'm just going to use this kit.
It's not fun though, isn't it?
Huh?
It's not fun though, is it? At all.
No.
There's a thing I haven't got, and it stops me from making. I rattles my cage, Dash.
Rude. So whilst I was away, I was trying to get. Quilter's grid. All right, let's just very, very quickly here talk Quilter's grid. It is an adhesive grid, if you've not had it before, with square grids, an inch apart. Okay, so you're going to do like a 20-inch square grid to start off with, which means that you'll have that for a pencil case or something later on. Should the urge take you, you might feel the urge.
Tash, we've got a very quick question that I'm just going to interject with. It's a 2-second jobbing. Asking whether the pattern is in with this kit or whether it's separate. We put the patterns separate because there may be those of you that want to buy multiples. Yeah. So yes, separate pattern.
We do. When we do stuff over at their Hobbycraft, they have a different ethos, and they like everything to be in together. In which case we have to change up our patterns and stuff for them. But here, because we know that a lot of you will buy multiples, especially because this can be quite a nice masculine make, so you might want to be making for the gentleman in your life, ready for Christmas. Then you know it's we don't tend to put them in, just to avoid upset. So
having said that, yesterday's make.
Oh, yesterday's did have everything.
Now that's at one of our mini makes. So we've got that packaged, ready to go.
So this was yesterday's little mini make, so that you had something while I was away. And these you get, the fat quarter is a big fat quarter as well. It's the simplest. I wanted to do like the simplest beginner make that you have ever seen. So it really is. It's a 10-minute make, honestly, 10-minute make. And it's a little drawstring pouch. You can put little gifts and stuff in, teacher gifts, whatever. Drawstring it shut. You get your metre of ribbon. It's not a difficult word. It's there. You get your big fat quarter, your big fat quarter of fabric, Christmas fabric. You get your pattern, you get your template, all for $9.99. Whee! It's good, isn't it?
Not too shabby, eh?
It's not. And then if you've got other Christmassy fabrics or whatever else you want to do, you can.
Yeah. More than 50% of our stock of those has gone. We put quite a bit behind it, so yeah.
Yeah, we did put quite a bit behind that. Well done, you. Well done, you. I will be catching up on orders. I am aware that there are a few outstanding. I just want to talk to those of you who bought the Odile Biol velvets. The lady that we work with at Odile left in between us checking the stock with them and placing the order. And we now have to deal directly with Odile's husband, who is obviously French. And he wasn't using the email address that I would normally email on. So I've been emailing, going, please can we put this order? And in the end, I had to get back in touch with our old contact and go, can you tell me why he's not replying? Please. And so we now have a response, and that order is placed. So if you are waiting for your Odile velvets, I'm really sorry that there has been a delay. It's just that I've had to deal with a boy.
Oh, I mean, harsh but fair.
yeah. And that's that really. I had to deal with a boy. Now, a French boy who didn't pick up any emails. So we've done well. Now, these are obviously all pre-cut, and we're going to use our lines on our grid to try and make them in line as much as we possibly can. And we can adhere this straight directly onto our quilter's grid. So quilter's grid here is your friend. And the reason that we've used quilter grid, on make number 1, I did this with H640, and it looked great, like nice and plush, but this way it's really crisp. with your lines. So we're going to go with this way. You can do it with H640 should you wish, but I did not wish after that. So you can just layer them up, and then you can apply, just if you're checking in and making sure that they're in line with the grids, then we are good to go. If you haven't used Quilter Grid, put your hands up. Put your hands up on that there Facebook if you have not used Quilter's Grid before, because where have you been? It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm going to see if I can get one of these cameras to swivelly round and show me. Come on, camera. And show me my. I might be able to just like. Should we see where it's taking me? Hang on. I'm gonna just bear with me because I want to get a bit of a special shot. Oh no, that's not it, is it? That's not the one. No, wrong way. Bear with me, caller. Whee! Ah! Come back. Back. There we go. Yay! Oh look, I have all the technology at my fingertips. If I had all the technology and all the knowledge, whoop, bing, then obviously I would be programming that in as an actual thing. I don't. Gemma's just shut up. She doesn't know what I'm talking about. Just let her ramble. It's fine. She'll wear herself out soon.
And I was looking for anyone who's putting their hands up.
For New York?
Yeah.
Put your hands up for New York.
Yeah, for the Quilter's Grid.
Oh, okay.
Wendy has, but in like a rock-on type hand gesture.
Oh, nice.
And Julia says that'll be me.
Yeah. I know most of you.
And I'm saying it's a gorgeous array of well, she said tartans, plaid/tartans, and that's
Gemma,
a gorgeous array.
Can you please tell me the difference between a plaid and a tartan? Because I know you went and did your homework. I'm just going to let you shine with your geekery. Come on.
We were going to call this a tartan pouch, and then we thought, well, see, all tartans fit in the plaid category, but not all plaids are tartan. So plaids and tartans, I mean, someone's going to correct me on this and it's going to be wrong, but this is what Tinterweb said, so don't shoot me.
Okay.
But
I'm not going to shoot
both
you.
plaids and tartans are woven
Gemma.
basically stripes that meet at 90-degree angles. However, tartans have an identical pattern of stripes that run vertically and horizontally, which gives you overlapping square grids.
Right.
But regular plaids, they're not necessarily the same in both directions, so they can have a variation in colour, size, and or the pattern of the stripes.
Oh, okay.
Also, there's sort of a difference with tartan almost always being woven in a 2/2 twill pattern, apparently, which gives you like an illusion of some new colours blended. But yeah, the point was, I thought if we say they're tartans and they're not, there
will be someone from that there Scotland who will set us straight and be like, no.
We didn't want to say it was a tartan bundle and then have you Scottish people who know very much what a tartan is going, well, actually, some of those are not. They are plaids.
I know.
So we've called it plaid.
Yeah.
To make it,
so that we don't get told off, basically.
So we don't get told off.
Yeah.
Because we're wimps. We're wimps.
To be honest about the situation, we don't want to get told off.
We like to be liked. We don't like to be told off.
We don't though. There's no need.
We don't like to offend anyone, do we, Tash?
Oh, I mean, it depends what day it is. No, we do not. No. Offending people is not our bag.
This looks great. I'm loving all these next to each other.
They're pretty, aren't they? And it's just that. Oh, hang on a minute. It's the hardest thing is deciding which ones to. Should we go blue? We might go blue. Go with like a completely different situation and go blue. So yeah, you just need to. We can cut this back. Whee! So if you haven't worked with Quilter's Grid, it is so very easy. So very easy. But it just, especially when you're working with strips or squares or something like that, Quilter's Grid is the one. Look, there we go. It's all on there. Now, you can make it as easy or as difficult as you want with this. We are just going to fold this over here like this. and stitch down there. You can then cut, and press open if you would like. Is life a bit short for it? I mean, yes, you are absolutely can. You absolutely can do that thing. Gemma, is life a bit short for that?
In your world, could you go at everything 100 miles an hour?
Yeah. But if you have the time and you would like, it does give a lovely finish if you do.
Yeah.
So you've folded along the line. You know that you've folded it straight. And then when you fold it back, you've got a perfect line. This is brilliant when you are patchworking and you want to, especially if you're working with small, really small squares. But this works here as an interfacing. It means that we're sewing, we're going to get straight lines with these strips, which is lovely. Yeah. And actually, with the fabrics that I've chosen for you, the black lining fabric that I've chosen for you, it's got enough about it that you don't need any extra interfacing. Okay, so that's what we are going for here. Whee! Really go for it. And so you just work your way up or down, or whichever way round suits you. Just keep folding, 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 folding. And if you're folding, nicely along, if you're folding, play nicely along those strips, then you're going to be good.
I've got a question regarding quilted spread. Does the backing wash away?
No, it's not a wash away thing. It's going to be in there as an interfacing for you. But it's a soft one.
You a firmer finish.
Yeah, but there are people that use it for entire quilts. You really can.
It just depends what you want, doesn't it? If you want a really super soft finish, then yes, it's the right thing to use. But if you're happy with a firmer finish, and things like place mats and table runners, all those sorts of things, are phenomenal for.
Yeah, but you can also use it. You wouldn't have to use as much wadding in your quilt.
No, correct.
You see, that's the other thing. So it would negate having to use as much there. So again, you just folding over.
Or if you're making something like a coverlet where you're not going to wad, you just want something very lightweight.
Exactly. It is fabulous. We used to use it a huge amount when you do quilts that are just squares.
Yeah.
Or little pouches where you're using like inch size squares. This is brilliant. Do you remember that huge quilt, that huge Tilda quilt that we did? All in with 8.5 inch squares?
Yeah.
That was crazy, that was. I have not folded that over correctly on the bit that I needed to fold that over on. I've missed it completely. Well done me.
Apparently the sewing machine has drowned me out. I'm sorry if you couldn't hear me.
No! Gemma, repeat yourself while I just sew this line, because
what did I say?
Do you know what it is?
Spread, weren't we?
Yeah, just as an aside, I've done a thing where I've put two black ones next to each other, and I've mistook where they've changed over. And yeah, because through it so I thought that was the end of it and folded it on there, but it's not. That was the end of the thing. So I'm just going to unpick this very quickly because and it's just because of the patterning I thought it changed into the next one.
But we're not stressed about it because you've been hypnotised.
Oh man, it was so magic. Honestly, I cannot tell you how incredible it was, because with your traditional hypno, right, you'd substitute in. So say someone didn't wanted to stop eating cheesecake or chocolate or whatever, then the hypnotist would go, and every time you think of chocolate, you'll think of barbershop sweepings or something gross, right? And so you then wouldn't want to eat it. But the subconscious will invariably substitute that in for something else, find a workaround, because the subconscious is a pretty clever thing. If you think that about 3% of your brain is conscious, what we're aware of, and 97% is down to the subconscious, the stuff that we don't know is going on.
That's mind-boggling, isn't it?
I know, and we think we
really
have choice. We think we have choice.
Yeah, it's a concept that isn't alien to Lo, who's just joined us as well. He says, "Welcome to my hypnotising world."
Lo,
totally gets it. It is, but the rest of us are like, "What?"
I know. So, Lo, I don't know what start. Ali does hypnotism a little bit differently. So he, what he does is, and what he teaches his students to do, and he's taught thousands and thousands of people over the years, and he does royalty and pop stars and all sorts. In fact, he often does festivals where he will hypnotise the bands to make sure that they don't have meltdowns and they do actually go on time. Because you could imagine, couldn't you, having somewhere like Glastonbury, if someone had a bit of a breakdown or meltdown and didn't go on, you've suddenly got thousands of people wandering around rather than being in the places that they're meant to be in.
Quite.
It would ruin everything.
Huge events like that. I mean, it's got to shake most people, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Even those that didn't think it would.
Yeah, absolutely. So, so this way, and the reason that I like this way is because it's not for the hypnotist to decide what to replace anything with. We sort of talk to the subconscious and go, do you know that problem doesn't really work for you, does it? So do you want to find a really healthy way to put that right? And so it's on you. You decide the healthy way. You do that for yourself. It's not for anybody else. It's not for any third party to decide what's right for you. And that was the thing. That was what really hit me with the pain when this lady was having her pain levels sorted. Was that it was fully discussed with her subconscious how much she could be happy to have it reduced by, and how long she would be happy to have that reduced by if it was going like a permanent thing. But then you also have to put in a little caveat that if anything changes within the body, then of course the pain must, the body must do its thing and keep you safe and tell you. So it was absolutely fascinating. And when you're sort of with what we've learned, and I don't think that Lo's done anything with Annie, so she might know a different way. But with how we've been taught, instead of talking to the person whilst they're in a hypnotic trance, you talk to their subconscious and you get them to wiggle fingers instead to communicate with you, which in itself is pretty mind-boggling. Now, whilst I'd been there, and we're practicing this every day, we're getting lots and lots of practice. And whilst I was there, Josh said to me, look, I've got this friend who is paralysed from the neck down. He's not in a great way. Do you think you could do something to help? And I thought, thing is, how would you get this if they can't move their fingers? And I thought, well, maybe. So I spoke to Ali about it. I'm like, do you think they could blink instead? Could you get that cue from blinking? Are you following me so far? Does this make sense?
Yeah.
And so Ali's like, yeah, no, I think you probably could. And I just, thought about it on and off during the day because it's something that sort of made me feel a bit sad, and I was thinking about it. And then in the last session where I was fully hypnotised by one of the other students there, she was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And that's why I'm so blinking zen, because she did such a great job going, you don't need all that stress, let's take that away. But when it got to the, wiggle your fingers, if your subconscious can hear me, I could not move my fingers. I could not move them. I could not move them at all. But my left eye, said move your left hand, my left eye was going like the clappers. Blinking and blinking and blinking and blinking and blinking. I had no control over this whatsoever. And luckily, she's quite an experienced hypnotherapist, so she was looking at all of me and she's like, oh, okay, I'm getting it there rather than the fingers. That's weird. And then when it was time to talk to the right hand, my right eye was blinking like a crazy thing. And when I came out, I was explaining to her, I was like, I couldn't. I knew you wanted to see my fingers move, but I couldn't move them. But my eyes were going like the clappers. It was so strange. And I said, oh, Ellie, you know that conversation we had earlier about do you think you could do it with your eyes rather than your hands? It's like, did you just have your right there? I explained what had happened. It's like, well, there's your subconscious. It's a bit cleverer than you are, isn't it? It's just absolutely given your answer that, yes, you can. It was so strange. It was so strange. So clever. The whole thing is just so clever. So yeah, I am very much in awe of it all. It's just, and just the difference that it can make is just incredible. You know, we watched someone who had had anxiety for years and just watched it go. And like I say, but the biggie for me was this lady with fibromyalgia. That was just incredible. And with that technique, you know, unlike a lot of other hypnotists, we can sort tinnitus, which most people think you can't. Yeah. But just because he works in a very different way, and you know, most traditional hypnotherapists wouldn't be able to do it. But my golly, has he worked hard to research and find new techniques and new ways. You know, it really is. It is quite amazing. I'm now going to make this correctly for you, which is nice. Whilst we chat, and yeah. So tartan is the thing for me today. I've decided that if I ever get married to Josh, he will have to wear a kilt. There is something about a man in a kilt. There really is. I'm really hoping that I've done this right now and not just been yakking again and saying it the wrong way. And he does have some Scottish ancestry, so, you know, maybe I could convince him. So all you Scots people, we've got quite a lot in Scotland actually, haven't we, that watch?
We have.
So good morning to you. Lots of you recognise that I was going into Glasgow Central. What a beautiful station that is. Gorgeous. See, my mum's a bit Scottish, but not. She moved down to Sussex when she was 11. But when I took her to Glasgow, about 20 years ago, she was only there half an hour before, like, she was full on Glaswegian with her accent. Who is this person? I don't know. So we're just sewing down these strips. That's all we're doing. And then we can either cut into the seams and press them open, or we can just press them to one side if we're feeling lazy and can't bother, which might be the option this morning. Just for speed. So let's give this then a little bit of a press, and you can start to see where we're at. So in the kits, yeah, 1/2 metre. Oh, and it might be that you just want to sew these together and make a bag and line the bag in strips and strips and strips of this instead. You don't have to make a wash bag. And again, that's why we don't put the instructions in with it, because you might want to make something else. We just don't know, do we, Gemma? No, we do not know. You can get the plaid just by itself if you have a desire to make yourself something else. But you like the look of this, then go for it. We've tried to make it as easy for you as possible to get whatever it is that you would like. That's it. So yeah, just knock over, give it a nice little, and you don't have to be as gentle as you would if you were pressing a normal seam, because remember, it's interfaced. It's already got that going on for it. So we've got quite a lovely little array here going on. It's very nice. Do you know the one thing I couldn't quite get my head round in Glasgow? There's quite a lot of homelessness, which I just, because I don't get out much, to be honest. And I did find that a bit,
I was the same in Edinburgh when I went there. It was very sad.
Really? Yeah.
A lot of the time, big cities, it is like that, and we do live out in the cabbages, don't we? We're not.
No, we are not city dwellers.
Yeah, we're not in the big cities.
But you know, to have people sleeping rough in Ralph Lauren's doorway, kind of like oh, that's a bit of a juxtaposition. That's just a little bit sad. So we can then trim this back. And again, all of your trimming instructions are in your instructions, basically. But if you want to do the wristlet bit, then this is why we've done it this size. Bear with, it will all become clear as mud very shortly. Dee 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 dee. So you see, you've then got this. I don't know what I've done with my fobs, but if I just show you what I have in mind for this bit. You just need to take a 4-inch strip, and for this I probably would just take the time to press those seams open to snip. Now someone's had me proper little snippy scissors, you know, because I turned my back for a minute, didn't I? So obviously stuff's gone from my desk. So yeah, you can just snip it like that and then just press it open, and that's just going to take a little bit of bulk out, so you can do. I need to apologise to you all as well. I did have a poppy on this morning. I've lost it somewhere in the madness that was this morning, so please do not think that I'm not being respectful. I totally am. However, it's somewhere.
Yeah. And you had the house apart when you realised it.
I did, because I have the most beautiful jewelled one, and I can't. It's not been unpacked yet. I've got earrings. I've got the lot, so I can fully poppy myself up.
The Royal British Legion do a beautiful collection of brooches and things, don't they?
Yeah, that's where I got mine from.
The money's going to the correct place, and
absolutely stunning. But of course, it's packed, isn't it? I haven't got around to unpacking anything of mine, obviously. Use a little pair of scissors for this, by the way, not like hulking great big clumpy ones like this. Yeah, so I mean absolutely no offence to anybody, by the way, in not having it on. It's just, I don't know where it is. It's somewhere. It was on this morning. I've got quite a wide knit top on, which is not conducive, I now realise, to keeping pins in place.
Of a poppy.
No. I believe they call that a wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah.
But not in like just in a respect way, not in a I'm flashing anything into it. I'm just going to shut up before I just dig an even bigger hole for myself. This is how you press them open, by the way.
We will be observing the silence at 11. Now, there's a delay on our broadcast from when I speak to Tash, etc. So
we've tried to work out what that delay has.
So if it doesn't stop immediately at 11, then yeah, it's just because we've tried to work out the delay. So we're going to set Natasha off being silent slightly early.
I mean, good luck.
Which should then translate to being pretty much 11 o'clock with all of you. So it's
we'll give it a go.
Balance.
Bear with us.
Apologies if it's slightly out, but that's the closest we can get to it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if we stop her at 11, she'll still be talking to you guys, because the delay in the broadcast, and we don't want that. So we're going to set her off a little bit early on her silence.
Are you going to be chief timekeeper?
Well, I'm going to try.
So we're going to fold this in half. And then we're going to fold those edges into the middle. Like so. And, you know, you'll know if you've got it right because everything will line up beautifully because, you know, we did this with the quilter's grid, right?
Yeah.
So this is going to look super duper professional.
Love that.
Well, that's the hope.
Yeah.
But I mean, the
We
way
can try.
the way that this morning has gone, I can't guarantee you anything. I can't. It's been, yeah.
It's all been outside your control. Come on.
No, it really
You can't
has.
help it if someone decides to wedge their lorry under the bridge and shut the road.
Again, yeah. And because we live so close to HS2, so HS2 would shut one of the roads so they could do whatever it is they're doing very slowly. As HS2 do, everything very slowly. Everybody's like, are they still doing it? They've been doing it her entire lifetime. At the bottom of the road. And so then you can just stitch down both sides. And you can decide how long you want this to be, this little wristlety bit. Oh, over there. I would tend to stitch the side that has the double fold on first.
Yeah, otherwise there could be movement, can't there?
Yeah, there can be, but this way
Yeah.
everything matches up a jolly treat, it does.
Yeah, good plan, Stan.
Now, are you doing any more hypno gigs anywhere? Because she does the stage stuff.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think she normally does like fresher stuff.
She was telling us a few things actually, saying that she once hypnotised a Dream Boys type group not to strip.
Amazing. Brilliant. Brilliant.
And she says, I always talk to their subconscious, it will always protect you. I hypnotised Oliver Sweeney from the shoe world, who had a stroke, to be able to draw again and improve his speech.
Yeah, it is amazing. Because the subconscious is always working to protect you. And that doesn't consciously necessarily look like it is. You know, it might be that you don't want to go outside, but you've seen something really frightening, so your subconscious goes, oh, well, you're not going outside. So the subconscious is looking after you, but the consciously it looks like you've got agoraphobia or something. So it's just fascinating. It's so fascinating. Anyway.
It is.
So
Geraldine has told us as well, Tash, sorry, just because it's hypnosis related again, said, I got hypnotised years ago to stop smoking and living on jam butties. It worked.
Yay!
And she says, well done, Natasha, on adding another skill to your book.
Do you know, it's just, I've been fascinated by it for years and years and years. And there comes a point where you just go, why am I not doing it? Like, it's something I want to do. Why am I not doing it? And I think, and a lot of it, I would really like to get, you know, anxiety, pain, and addictions to phones. You know, and social media. You see so many kids having a really tough time because they're on social media all the time. And when I found out that over 80% of Apple's employees are psychologists and psychiatrists who are employed to make them addictive, I was like, we don't stand a chance, do we? That was when I went for the hypnotherapy stuff full on. I was like, no, you can't if you've got that amount of money and power trying to make things addictive. How are kids going to manage? Anyway, that is, you'd then put your fob on the end. If I can find my fobs, I will. I'll have a little rummage in a minute, but that, bear with, we'll get there. Right, that is the first part.
So Flo has answered your question as well, Tash.
Okay, cool.
She says the subconscious is where you get your gut feeling from, but in answer to your question about her show, she says she doesn't do many shows now, but she's also a qualified dental and medical hypnotherapist.
She is. She's got all the stuff going on. She's a very clever lady, is Arlo. Very clever lady. Very, 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 very clever lady. Yeah, and I totally take my hat off to her. It's just, yeah, it's fascinating. Because there was, like 150 odd years ago, there was doctors that used to operate under hypnotherapy, under hypnosis. I think we'll put our pocket on that side because I've managed to catch the fabric there. Yeah, which was amazing. And when modern medicine first introduced, you know, the anaesthetic, it actually wasn't as effective, would you believe, as hypnosis. Which is just bonkers to me. Now, I can't go down to that level of trance. I don't want to yet. But I think Lo can. She got other skills.
She has got all the skills. She says she can also drink gin and cocktails without a hangover. She has so
all
many
the skills. I don't know if you hypnotise yourself to be able to do that though, Lo, to be honest. Or if that's just a life skill.
Yeah, I think that's just years of building up a tolerance. Well done, though. All the skills.
Well done, that girl. Well done, that girl. We'll take that. Yeah, no, it is. It's truly, truly fascinating. And just, yeah, the opportunity to do a little bit of good in the world is never a bad thing. Right. So we've cut this to the same width as this. And we're going to do a little pocket onto there. So we're then going to subcut. Now you can see, look, we've got a lovely lining, so it's not the same both ways. It is different. And let me fold this in half. It's actually, do you know, you get so much. It's a little bit unwieldy right now. There we go.
Julia says her subconscious has been programmed to buy fabric.
Perfect. If I can help with that in any way. Well, I thought today it would be something a little bit different. We don't bring tartans, plaids very often. And I thought it'd just be a nice little touch given my travels. What was I, honestly, have I just cut myself a big square there? Yes, I have. I meant to cut myself a strip. Let's cut myself a strip, shall we? That's what I meant to do. Whoop. This is the trouble, isn't it, with chatting and doing. So, somewhere under the heart. We have got quarters washaway tape. This doesn't fray. So you're okay to just turn it over and stitch that. Crikey, this is fluffy. I get all the rolls that have fallen down the back of the desk, gathered fluff, fabric fluff that is, and they're like, oh, we can't sell this, Tash. Do you want it? I'm like, oh yeah, okay. What would it be, Jem? What would it be like if I was given something that wasn't like the first grubby bit of a roll or the bit that's fallen down the back?
Are we supposed to feel sorry for you? Do I need to find a very small violin?
No, it's fine. Just
no.
Just imagine that.
You still have an enviable stash. No one's feeling too sorry for you.
No one's feeling sorry for me. I'm just going to sew that down there. Really, not even like a little bit.
No.
No. Okay, good. Just check it.
Yeah.
Here we go. There we are. So then, you will find, what you'll find is that you've got your halfway mark here. We want the pocket to go to this side. Okay, so it's going to have to go there. But we're going to sew it down. So we plonk it that way. And we just overhang that by 1/4 of an inch. If it's slightly more, honestly, it doesn't matter. And we're going to sew on that seam when we flip it over. So you can just pin it either end, 1/4 of an inch away from that seam. And you can either stitch 1/4 of an inch there, or you can flip it over and stitch on that seam. There. It's up to you. Does that make sense? Am I making sense this morning? Because I still feel a little bit woo. They did a little session for us all just before we left, and I'd said to him, look, I've got quite a long drive home and it's going to be quite late before I get back. Could you not send us too relaxed, please? I tell you what, I don't know what they did, but it was like I floated home in the most awake, floaty. I can't describe it. Like an awake but floaty state. It was very nice indeed. And time just didn't feel like the 5 hours that it was. No, it really didn't. It was amazing. Right, so we then fold that up to that side, which is why I didn't get too stressed when I had a little bobbly bit there, because actually it's going to be covered off there. And if I want to, and I do actually recommend that you do, I forgot earlier, on bag number 3, version number 3, but on all the other ones, excuse me, oh crikey, everything's falling off my desk, I would just do a little divider up the middle like that, and that will just hold everything in place. It's not technical, it's not difficult, but then it stops you needing to baste it either side. There we go. And then we flip it back over. If you need to trim anything off, then you can. Oh, here it is. There we go. See, I've just gone a little bit over there, so we can just trim that back a little bit, and that's fine. So then the next thing that we want to do, and also again, I'm not particularly worried that I've got a little bit here that overlaps, because that's going to be in my zip. I don't care. Oh, get me not caring about it. So relaxed, matter. Doesn't matter. It's all good. So you cut your lining to the same as your outer. That's always the rule of thumb, isn't it? You've always got to have your lining fabric the same as your other fabric. You're going to have loads of your lining fabric left over. So if you wanted to do a pocket in your lining or anything like that, feel free. Feel free. You know, you've got absolutely ample to play with here. So we can get rid of that. Yeah. And so you've nearly met me where we came in. Almost. If you see what I mean. Now, this is where you need to pick your zip. Pick your zip. And choose which zip you would like to use. So I had some out. I put it away. Where is it now? Oh, where's my folder? Yes, look, here it is. But you might want to pick out the red or anything really. So we're going to do that again, cut it to the same width. This is all in your instructions. And then split the zip. Tape, and your tape is on your way to you if you have not already had it. Do bear with me, I'm just going to need a couple of days just to catch up on all those orders. They've all been picked, they're all in boxes for me ready to just pack up and send off to you. So please do bear with. So a roll of... Hello.
You have got about a minute until we'll be sort of getting you to pause.
Okay.
Is it a good opportunity? Sue is intrigued to know about your holder for your rulers. So is it a good opportunity for you to quickly show that?
Holder for my rulers? What?
Yeah, your rack that you have your rulers in.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's not anything that we sell because I can't remember where we got it from. It was just an accidental thing. It wasn't a thing that we can buy. It was, or was it? Was it for mats? I think it was meant to be like a display thing for mats.
Oh.
So I've put a line of tape across the top and then put my zip right sides together with my outer, and then
you've got very little time now until
the right
it's going to be
side of there sits across there, and then Gemma's going to tell me I would expect to probably be quiet.
I am.
Okay, I will just pop us on a holding screen then whilst we do that. About now, Gem?
Yeah, I think we'll commence the silence in about 10 seconds for you, and then that should fall at around 11 a.m. for everybody else. So if we pop the screen on now, then I'll tell you when it's time to finish.
Okay, we'll be back in a minute.
Thank you.
We'll be back.
About 2 minutes.
Thank you. Was that 2 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Was it really? Gosh, that went
A
quick.
little bit over, actually.
Was
On
it?
purpose.
No, thank you. Yeah, do you know what? I've been watching Foyle's War. I've watched all the episodes, just, whilst I sew or I cut fabric or, whatever. It's just nice to have something on in the background. And you just, it's so, we just have no idea, do we, how lucky we are. And these brave, brave people, it's, quite amazing. A lot of gratitude for that. We don't know we're born, really, do we? Right.
Yeah.
Stitch down there, do the same. This end always feels so strange, then just carrying on like normal. Yeah, it's always really strange. There we go. I think Lo's been in London actually. I think Jeff was processing.
Yeah, she did say so.
Did she?
On Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, because crikey, he's done a bit for his country.
Yeah.
As Lo's Jeff.
She said he was marching in London on Sunday, she said earlier.
Good man. I will find my poppy the minute that we come off air. I'll be like,
of course.
Yeah, it's standard, isn't it? Next year I'm going to have spares everywhere. There we go. We're going to stitch down. Now it's quite in line. It's the beautiful thing about quarter wash tape. It is very re-stickable. There we go. Let's sew that down. Instead, oh, come on, camera. There we go. There we are. And then turn this through the other way and we can top stitch those zips down in place to be all nice and smart. There we go. Here we go. Oh, this is going to be lovely. Okay, so we're now here. This is our pocket. Whee! Whee! And you don't have to do the sound effects, by the way. That's just a optional extra. So then we're going to put that zip in. If you don't have a zip pull tool, get one. Just get one, because otherwise it's blinking tricky, and we don't want blink. We don't do blinking tricky, do we, Jen?
We don't. Do you know what? There's something that will make your life easier. As Ed's, my lovely mum, would say, once you've got it, you've got it.
Yeah.
And she'll admit, she's a frugal Yorkshirewoman.
Yeah.
Proud.
Oh yeah, she is.
And she doesn't waste money, but there are certain things that she'll say, oh, just get that, because once you've got it, you've got it. And yeah, makes your life easier, right?
And unless you are going to remember, I sell these with instructions. This isn't my invention. This wasn't me that came up with it. But I do sell them with instructions, because otherwise there are ways that people can come just a little bit unstuck. So you always want to come in on a sort of a V. Now, first things first, I've got that stuck on there, is please actually stick that down. I take this here, there and everywhere, so it's not stuck down. But then you're going to come in a nice V, feed it in, and then in it goes. And you're going to take this zip through once and off the other end. And then we're going to put it on again a second time. I'm like, why is she doing that, crazy lady? I'll tell you why in a minute. Because when we then come to turn this through the other way, and sew around it, we want both ends of the zip closed. It just gives a much better finish. Much better finish. And because you have your little zip tool, it is absolutely no bother for us to be going in like so. And it might be that you need to do it a couple of times just to make sure that you don't have the zip misaligned or anything like that. But that's alright, that one's good. And then we're going to go right sides together. So our outer fabrics are like right sides together, our lining fabrics are right sides together. The zips in the middle, and we're going to box the bottom. You don't have to box the bottom of your pants, but I am going to. I'm going to, Gemma. I'm going to. So my zip's at the top there. I'm layering that.
Hey, why would you have a skinny bottom when you can have a bigger one?
Well, I mean, quite exactly. It's all about the base. So they say. Have I thrown my ruler on the floor? Might have done. Who knows? I've thrown most things around the place this morning. My favourite thing, obviously, that happened this morning was discovering that the cats had indeed been doing protest peas in Emily's pyjama box. Yay! Because Josh hadn't thought to empty out the cat litter box. And they're like, no, there's a couple of things in there. We're not doing that in there anymore. We'll find somewhere fresh and new. So, yeah, that was...
What an absolute delight that was to come back to.
Oh, mate. Yeah, Emily just handed me this entire box of pyjamas. I was like, really? Now, when you get these instructions, you will notice they are terrors. They are absolute terrors. Like, no,
But you're so thrilled that your the man's been out to your tumble dryer.
oh, yeah, I know. There's a lot of washing going on.
I'll bet.
Because this is a folded end and there's no seam allowance to take into account, it's going to be 1/4 of an inch smaller. So when you get your instructions and you go, what's she talking about? Is she mad? I'm not mad. Well, I mean, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. It is for good reason, okay? And we're just going to snip out. So normally we would put an we'd put an absolute square in there, but this time, not quite. There we go. Okay. We want to leave a turning through gap in one of the sides. So we're going to stitch down, and leave a turning through gap in one of the bases. Push your zip towards the lining side. Okay. We're nearly done then, Gemma.
Beautiful. So either not mad or reason for the madness. Take your pick, either or.
Yeah. I don't mind which. Like, I'm not fussy. I'll take either.
Just trust me. Just trust me, she says.
Trust me on the madness. But this is where you'll thank me that your zip. Oh no, you won't. Crikey bobs. There you go. I hit that zip at exactly the wrong point. Did you hear that?
I did.
Yeah. Occasionally you'll do that with a zip. Just is.
Yeah,
You just
don't
hit
let it
it.
put you off zips.
No, because
Don't let it put you off zips, because
the
it's a
number,
sometimes thing.
the ratio of number of zips with number of zips that I have wrecked, wrecked my needle on, it's very, very small, really. But
It really is.
what I would say is that when you do it once, be prepared that you probably will do it again.
It's a very annoying fact, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know why. And,
No, you can't ever just break one needle.
No, but it does. I mean, are we in agreement on this? It does seem to be a thing. So there's always that thing of like, I don't mind breaking a needle live on air. I really don't, because it's a thing that happens, and it's like, meh. Yeah, let's not get too upset about it. Unless it's right on like proper big grown up TV, and they've given me like a minute to get something done right at the end, and I snap the needle just as I'm rushing to get it finished. That's happened on numerous occasions. But just, this is it, isn't it? This is what happens.
Yeah,
This is, like we say, warts and all sewing, as we are lovingly known. Is it lovingly? I don't know. How many warts do we have? I don't know. Do we have that many warts? I haven't counted them up. I'm not terribly warty, to be fair. I'm just talking rubbish now. Do you know what? And now I can't even thread it properly. Because I ding that earlier.
But no, it is the rule.
Yeah.
The unwritten rule that you won't just break one needle, you'll break more than one. And actually, when you're at home and you're not sewing on camera for the nation / the world, you can just engage the usual protocol, which is
Swear a lot.
Maltesers or something similar, or a biscuit, and then if that doesn't work, a gin and tonic. I find.
Yeah, that does it, doesn't it?
And then either it won't happen the next time, or you'll have had some Maltesers and a gin and tonic, and you won't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have I done now? Something somewhere. Did I not put that needle? Oh gosh.
We shouldn't get all adverty over chocolate, should we? Other chocolate does exist in the world, everyone.
Do you know what? The family that I was staying with, my friends in Scotland, I was staying with, Chippy, the partner, handmade me chocolate for my journey home.
Oh, shush.
I know. Promise.
Who is he?
I know.
Where did you find him?
It took her a little while in life to find him, not gonna lie. But now that she has, she's not letting go of this one. No.
I was going to say, he sounds worth the wait.
What, to make, yeah. And you know what?
I'm not
Because I
even a
knew that he was
chocolate
making
person,
some
yeah.
chocolate, and I didn't know that it was going to be for me. If you need to just trim that back, then do. But when I was first up in the morning, and I came down into the kitchen, I'm like, oh, maybe he didn't make it because the kitchen was also spotless. I was like, no, he didn't make anything. Surely not, for the kitchen is immaculate.
Wow.
I know.
No trace.
No trace.
That's impressive, isn't it?
I know. Just what I would say here, you just watch me just rearranging stuff under here. Because we didn't reinforce these stitches as we came along here. So if you're tugging and whatnot, you could be tugging and undoing a few stitches on the way. So don't worry if it's slightly off at one end. Like don't worry if you're slightly out. We start from the good end there. I'm really out this end for some reason. And yet I'm lined up there. Don't know what I've done. But don't worry about it. I don't know quite what I've done. But it's in the lining. I mean, I'm really out. Well, there we go. We'll box that bottom and then we'll look at the other side. Curious. But that's why, again, this is another little tip for you. This is why we start from the outer side. So that if there is ever any misalignment, you don't see it because it's hidden in the lining. It's a bit sneaky, isn't it? But that's why I'll always tell you to start from the outer. And like I say, just be a little bit gentle with your seams so that you're not pulling them apart. Because where we've trimmed the fabric back, obviously we haven't sort of done that start and finish with the seams on there. But these are all matching up really nicely. Where do we put our needles? You can get one of these online. I think I got mine from Amazon. It's just a sharps box. Don't you take yours down to the tip when it's done?
I've got a diabetic in the house, so...
Oh, okay, yeah.
It just gets popped in there.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, forget about that. Yeah, of course.
It's quite handy, and they're so tiny. I mean, it's not filling the box up any quicker.
No, that is true. You know, when we came live this morning and I had forgotten to open the zip out. Oh no, I haven't. No, it's alright. Have I not? I don't know. There we go. I've got enough of a gap to turn through. So
well done you.
Yeah, I know, well done me. Too much chatting, that's what it is. Not enough concentrating. I'm going to go try and find me a little fob in a minute. So I was on a show with Dean Wilson the other day. I said it's like birthing a bag, and he's like, what? I said it's like birthing a bag, and yeah, he was like, oh,
this is an alien concept, Jim.
yeah. I was like, I don't really get what you mean. Well, there you go. Here we go. So we've got our box bottom. Arrange that properly in a minute. That's all there, and we've got that going on. All going on. Yeah, I don't know what I've done with that box this morning. Honestly, my head is all over the place. Did I actually box that properly? Don't know what I've done. Anyway, yours will be perfect because you will follow the instructions where I did it perfectly on that one, not on this one this morning. But that's what we're looking for it to look something like that. And then, you see, you have the option of this. And that's where did I put them, Jen? Here we go. These are rather brilliant. Do I go dark or do I go lighter? I think I'd decided to go darker, and that's why we've got one less of those in our stock. Oh, why have I only got... No, come on. I know where they are in the warehouse, but I've only got silver fobs. Surely I must have a gold one somewhere. Surely to goodness. You know when I said I haven't unpacked anything for me? And herein lies the problem. I haven't unpacked anything for me, so I don't know where all my fobs and bits and bobs are. I'll find them. But. I will get there, but you can just see, I won't. We did it an inch. We did it 4 inches so that it becomes an inch. And then you'll get your fob pliers and you will squeeze that. And that will be in gold when you do yours. I'm going to find my gold so that I do that. And then decide whereabouts you want this. And make your hole. Now, where in the world? Aha! It's here, just waiting for me. You can use a pair of these. That's what I would really rather recommend. Whee! Let's throw them all over the place. In your packet, these are good. These are really good. You're going to put the screw end in, pop that through, thread your D-ring on, and then you've got a really smart bobbly finish. I'll show you, hang on. So you're going to screw it in. I just think these really up the ante. They look really smart. And you can decide which side you want. You might want to put them both sides, but I would just put them one, and then you've got your D-ring there, and then you'll be able to put your, when you have it, gold wristlet onto there. Because with the best will in the world, when you're juggling stuff, you do need that. And then you see, if you've gone with a gold zip or anything like that, that can all match.
Lovely.
It's all right, isn't it? So you've got from the top, and it doesn't it just change it? You're like, oh yeah. And so you've got roomy waterproof inside there. You've got pockets along there, and then you just can enjoy your tartan along there. And on your box bottom, it boxes, so when it folds, sort of folds up neatly, you've got a little bit of pocket, a little bit of that, and we're all good. We're all good. That is today's make, and there you go. So you can then, and you can make this as long or as short as you wish. I'd probably make it a little bit shorter and add that on there, where it looks quite smart, and it's just a little bit different rather than just having one fabric. So the kit has 1/2 metre of your wax. You're going to have loads left. Was it 20 strips? Was it 10 or 20 strips? I got 20 strips.
20 strips.
All of these. There's a lot pre-cut, 1/2 metre width. Yeah. And then you also get your quilter's grid as well. 1/2 metre of quilter's grid.
Quilter's grid is free.
Yeah, we popped that in there.
That's how they're priced. So it is free quilter's grid. You can't say fairer than that. Natasha, we've got quite a few comments. We've got a few questions on the way.
Okay.
Anne Graham's asking, would you bother elasticating your wristlet? We did do an elasticated wristlet.
You
fabulous.
Absolutely could elasticate your wristlet. That is never a bad idea. And we do have a pattern for an elasticated wristlet. Yes. But if we had to add that instruction into this, then it would have to charge more for it. So you might have that as, but basically, yeah, you can put some elastic through there.
It's called the elasticated key fob, and I will tag it in today's collection. So
Yeah.
yeah, just give it a couple of minutes and that will be showing. You'll be able to find that.
I'm going to make that a
It's
little bit
worth mentioning
shorter.
as well, from earlier, right from the beginning of the show, that
Yes.
Cynthia did comment, and she's not in Ohio.
What? Where are you,
I
Cynthia?
know. She's in that there Las Vegas, Nevada.
Ooh,
I know.
amazing.
Right city. Yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely.
oh,
So she's Viva Las Vegas.
Brilliant.
We also have Debbie with us. She says, you and Dean together make me laugh so much. By the way, I do actually work whilst watching Craft.
yeah, no, of course. You put your little bits and bobs in there.
Sue says that Dave has made a rare venture into the kitchen to do some baking and they're having cupcakes and coffee later.
Oh, nice. Well done, Dave. Well done, Dave.
We don't let Mr. Thomas in the kitchen unless it's for cleaning purposes. He can't be trusted.
He is very good at
cook, he
cleaning, though.
cleans.
That's perfect. That is perfect.
Yeah. I cook, he cleans, I drink, he drives. It's always worked very well for nearly 20 years.
There you go. Perfect. Well, you could have this. Do you know what, Gemma? You don't have to have this as a wash bag. Look, you can put all your little clips along this. It's quite handy.
Yeah. Beautiful. Tash, we also had Patricia who wanted to know which foot you've got on your machine, please.
Now, it's just the standard foot that comes with the TL2200 QVP Mini. It's just a quarter of an inch foot. That's all it is. I do have a skinnier one for zips, which I don't actually use. So this is just quarter of an inch one side, quarter of an inch the other. That's all it is. That's it. That's it. There you go. So that is today's show. Tomorrow, we have got some beautiful new, very, very bright and fabulous fabrics, because we're going to remake. It's been ages since we've done it, and we are going to remake the curvy and fabulous bag with some fabulous new caves that we've got in for it. It's one of those standout bags that if you're having to wear something demure or a little bit plainer for work, maybe you can zazz it up with something rather fabulous. It's been one of our most popular patterned bags, hasn't it?
Yeah.
The wax bags have been the patterns that have sold the best of all time, but that was certainly such a popular one. We haven't done it for ages. We know that the fabrics tomorrow lend themselves so beautifully to that, so that is what we will make. But in the meantime, I'm gonna pop my other thingy on here. It's rather smart, isn't it? There you go. So thank you very much for joining me and letting me ramble on about my adventures and things like that. So yeah,
I think there's been a lot of interest. A lot of people very interested.
It's fascinating.
Well, it really is.
Just fascinating.
It really is.
So yeah. Just so much learning, and then Ali would sort of hypnotise us a bit to make sure that we remembered it all. It's like, why wouldn't you? If you've got the skill, why wouldn't you? Just like compound everything that we've learnt, which is just absolute genius. I love that a lot. Which of course you're never going to do if you're just doing the online courses. So it was lovely to actually take the time and make the effort to go and do the in-person training. So I'm very excited about that. Join me tomorrow, like I say, for all new Cafe and the curvy and fabulous. Maybe you missed it before. This is it. We've got 750 patterns, and you may not have seen them all. There is every possibility that you might not have seen them all. So every now and then, we will just delve back in and bring you a little blast from the past. So that's what we're going to do. We've got a few more of these if you want them. And I'm going to crack on and get those orders out to you today. So take care. Thank you so much for watching. Lots of love. Bye-bye.
Bye. Fumes are clear.
Brilliant.